This is Jill Sudoff, and this is my final project for EDTE 650. So this is the Google Classroom site that I set up. You can see the title there right across the top, and I picked a theme that kind of dealt with the project, and the basic idea of the project is that kids are going to try to determine the best location for a new playground for the elementary, because our school is currently working on remodeling and the current playground needs to be moved. So the site is kind of a platform to help guide them. And if you're not familiar with Google Classroom, there's really two basic pieces to it. There's the stream, which is constantly updated. This is where they're going to find the most current information. And then there's the about, and I'm actually going to start on the about piece here. If it flips over there. Okay, so here's the about piece, and the way I set this up, well, first of all, I don't think my students will be very familiar with Google Classroom. We're just starting to initiate a one-to-one technology student ratio with Google Chromebooks, and our district has really pushed for us to use this Google Classroom, so I'm kind of new to it myself. So one of the first things I wanted to do was set up a scavenger hunt for the students, and if I click on this, what you'll see pulls up is really just a pretty brief list of things that I want them to find. So like the first question is, what room is the digital media project taking place in? So then they would have to go back to this and find that answer somewhere on the site. So that's the scavenger hunt, just to kind of get them ready. Underneath that then is the project guidelines and the rubric. And then this is something that, because I didn't want it to be too bulky in these guidelines, I separated this. This is sites that may be useful for them. And this one would be mostly for their presentation that they're going to make to basically defend their point of which location they think is best. So I just included a couple of different pieces, and then some videos that they could watch if they don't understand how to use the site. So that is the About tab on this. The Student tab, there's nothing in there right now because there's no students, but the Stream tab would be where they would update information. So the first day, once I start this project, one of the things I want to show them is this example, which is also included in my project planning sheet. And basically what this is I went out and I took about 100 different elevation points at a location near the school, and then I graphed those on just like a sheet of graph paper, and then I basically translated that onto a digital picture that's simplified, and I wanted it to be simplified so if I were to present this, people could look at this and easily say, oh, okay, you know, there's an 8-foot increase in elevation. It looks pretty gentle. It's not real steep. So that would be the example that I would show them. And then we could start off with some research questions, and that's what this document is here. So that kind of hopefully gives you a little bit of a visual. Like I said, if you can't have access to this, I try to invite you once again. So, but this is a little bit of a visual for my project. Thank you.